We are Purdue University's CAM2 software engineering team, and we are creating an automated code review system, otherwise known as the Optimus Project. Let's say that you're working as a software developer and you're given an assignment that includes multiple parts. Rather than pushing your initial unreviewed code to the team repository, which could result in errors, you would send your code to be reviewed by our bot, OP. In this case, it would be OP's job to assist code reviewers by checking the code for defects and provide suggestions for what could be changed. This process of modifying and reviewing code will continue until your code is satisfactory to team standards. There are two kinds of common defects found in code that OP will look for. The first is called a functionality defect, which would occur when the program doesn't function the way it's supposed to. The bot will tell the code reviewer whether a particular line of code has a resemblance to a previously found functionality defect. The other defect OP will look for is called an evolvability defect, which is when there are issues with the organization of the code or the contents of the documentation. As stated previously, OP is able to recognize these defects by determining how similar the given code is to previously found defects. The code reviewer tells OP when they find defects for OP to store into a database. Later, OP is trained with these defects to then locate code that is similar to the defective code. This example demonstrates an evolvability defect that OP could notice. In this instance, there are redundant conditional statements. If OP has been trained on a dataset with a similar defect, it will notice the issue and notify the code reviewer of a possibility of a defect. The problem that most people face with code review is that it can become very repetitive and time consuming. However, OP can automate repetitive elements of the code reviewing process that would otherwise be done manually. Users will issue commands to OP through the comment section of a GitHub repository. OP can run commands from multiple users simultaneously at any given time. This is much more efficient than going through each request one by one. No longer will software developers have to complete repetitive code review tasks. Instead, they can rely on bots like our friend OP to help them through the software development process.